Bonjour, voici vidéo 11E sur les conjonctions de subordination. In class we talked quite a bit about these conjunctions. These conjunctions link two phrases. Again, we're talking about complex sentences. They link two phrases together. In French, the conjunctions that we're talking about are parce que, because, quand and lorsque, which mean when, aussitôt que and dès que, which means as soon as, and pendant que, which means while. So these are important vocabulary words to know because these link phrases and clauses together in order to form more complex sentences. The most important thing to remember with these conjunctions are the tenses that you use with them. In French, no matter what we do in English, in French, you will always have the same tenses in both parts of these phrases. That means if you have a past tense in one section of the sentence, you'll have a past tense in another. If you have in the other. If you have future in one, you'll have the future in the other. If you have present in one, you'll have the present in the other. And the only thing that's different between that and English is that sometimes we will use the present tense instead of the future tense. So let's look at an exercise together and we'll talk through these conjunctions. À la page 170, 170, exercice J, which is of course exercise J, une soirée entre amis, a party among friends, with friends. Vous avez invité Pascal et Michel à passer la soirée chez vous. Mettez les verbes en italique au futur pour découvrir ce que vous ferez. What are you going to be doing when you invite them over to your house? So we've got dès que je quitte l'école, je vais au magasin acheter des provisions. And we're going to put those into the future. Dès que je quitterai l'école, j'irai au magasin acheter des provisions. So as soon as I finish or leave school, that would be better. As soon as I leave school, I will go to the store to buy supplies, to buy provisions. In English, we say as soon as I finish school, or I'm sorry, as soon as I leave school, I will go to buy. But remember in French, both verbs must appear in the future tense. So let's try this exercise together. Numéro 1. Quand je rentre, je prépare le dîner. So we have our first verb, rentrer, a regular ER verb, and we have the verb préparer, which is also a regular ER verb. So when I return, I will prepare the dinner. But we've got to have both future tense in English. So when I return, I need the future stem, which is the infinitive, and the ending, for je. Quand je rentrerai. And then you would have je préparerai. Again, these funny pronunciations with these ER verbs. Quand je rentrerai, je préparerai, whatever it was, le dîner. Numéro 2. Dès que Pascal et Michel arrivent, je mets la table. As soon as they arrive, I will set the table. Again, it's in present tense in English, but you've got to have the future tense in both verbs in the French. So dès que, and our subject is ils, so we get arriveront. As soon as they arrive or will arrive. And then je mettrai la table. That's the verb mettre. RE verb, we drop the E to get the future stem, right? Numéro 3. Lorsque nous sommes à table, nous parlons de notre journée. When we are at the table, we will speak about our day. So nous sommes, that's the verb être, irregular future stem. Lorsque nous serons à table, nous parlerons de nos journées, or whatever it was. Okay, irregular future stem there. Regular future with that parler. 4. Après le dîner, quand nous buvons du café, nous regardons mon livre de la France. After dinner, when we are drinking coffee, we will look at my book of France. So the verb buvons is the verb boire. Boirons. We will be drinking coffee. And then regarderons. We will look at the photos. Or maybe it was a book. We will look at the book. Numéro 5. Aussitôt que nous finissons notre café, je leur montre les photos de mon dernier voyage en France. As soon as we finish our coffee, I will show them the photos of my last trip to France. So again, we've got aussitôt que, as soon as. Finir is our verb. So our future stem is finirons for the verb, for the subject nous. Nous finirons notre café. And the verb is montrer. That's the infinitive. Je leur montrerai. I will show them the photos. Okay? And the next one is numéro 6. Après les photos, nous jouons au domino. This actually does not have a conjunction in it, but that doesn't matter. We can still put it in the future. Jouer is our verb. So, nous jouerons au domino. 7. Pendant que nous jouons au domino, nous parlons de nos prochaines vacances. Pendant que is while, so while we play dominoes, we will talk about our next vacation. So we're going to get the joueront again. And then we will talk. We will talk. Parlerons de nos prochaines vacances. Et la dernière, lorsque le jeu est fini, je sers le dessert à mes amis. As soon as, or when, I should say not as soon as, excuse me, when the game is finished, we will serve dessert. I will serve dessert to my friends. So we need the future of fini. Is that what they're doing here? Okay, my mistake. They're using fini as an adjective, and our verb is être. So we need être in the future. Le jeu sera fini. And then we have je sers, which is the verb servir. So we'll get serviront. Wait a minute, what was the subject? Je. Servirai. I will serve dessert. Okay? Just a note on this, because I didn't mean to confuse you here. Verbs can be used as adjectives. So this is will be finished. Will be finished. And fini here is functioning as an adjective, finished. Like fatigué. This comes from the verb to be tired, fatigué. We're using it in the past participle form as an adjective. So this is fairly common, and we've done it before, although we really haven't talked about the grammar part of this. So don't let this throw you. That être that was conjugated, and it was le jeu est fini is finished. Fini there is not the verb finir, it's the adjective finished. Okay? That's why we're putting this in the future and not the verb finir. And then we've got servirai for the other half, for the other part of that phrase complexe. All right, that concludes exercise 11E. Au revoir.